this expression here that's given, it can be simplified. So before you add any more complexity, you should simplify this first. So the first step is to do distribution with the bracket that's given. You get that from the first bracket. Second bracket. Okay. So that's what we get. The letters, okay, the variables, you collect it first. And the numbers, this is 14, that's -1. So you get to here. Now you replace D, E, F with the X's. Does that make sense? You want to clean up your mess before you add any more mess. Okay, so that's the next step. Plug it in now. Replace D, E, F, and that's what we get.
Oh, it's
right. So you get, if you multiply these two, you get -48. What happens if you multiply, sorry, -48x? What happens if you multiply this and that? Right. Is it positive or negative? Because there's two negatives.
positive.
Right. 1, 1, 2. Okay. Now you got to do that to all the other brackets.
Oh, that's easy.
Okay. Let me do the next. Let me open up the next two brackets. -27.
I got an answer, but it's probably wrong.
Okay. Plus 45. Plus 10x.
Oh, no.
Plus 30 -1. Okay. See the x ones, the x terms?
Oh, that's the only one.
You need to collect them. So let's put it all inside an x bracket. You get -48 plus 45 plus 10. You see the numbers? You keep it separate. Like that. Okay? Those two are 29, right? So that gives you actually -3. That gives you 7x. Katie, would you add these two first or would you add these two first? Look.
But isn't the answer still the same?
If I add the first two, I get a kind of a big number, right? Look at
Once you add them, you're supposed to subtract.
okay, when I say add, I mean like add by a negative value.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so when you now we're dealing with integers, I can say add to subtraction 2 because it's adding negative values. Now if I add these two, look how close they are. 29 and 27. Opposite sign. What's the sum? What's 29 minus 27? It's just, isn't that a lot easier?
Wait, I have a question.
Ew, why are you subtracting those two? You're supposed to add them.
Wait, I have a question.
These two have to be subtracted because this is opposite. The sign of 27 is this one. The sign of 29 is this one. So 29 minus 27 gives you 2. It's 114. Okay, I don't know if you guys, do you guys see that? If you did it the other way, it would have been a little bit more complicated.
Is the answer different or?
So the answer is still same, of course. But
That's the
we
answer?
but we should look for simpler path.
What?
But